Hello there everybody, and welcome to another episode of Path to Petalburg with me, Norman. You see here I'm rocking the team of Metagross, Hydreigon, Talonflame, and Thundurus against my opponent named Pooley with a Bisharp, Sableye, Gardevoir, and a Suicune. This is a good solid battle, really shows that good strategy on either end of the battle, both you and your opponent can help you or hurt you in the battle in the long run. So let's take a look at how this battle plays. Now I start out with my Metagross and my Hydreigon, two solid Pokemon against this team, and they're going to send out their Gardevoir and their Suicune. And the Gardevoir does trace Clear Body, although it's not really that big of an issue because I believe it's a Mega. So I'm going to Mega up this first turn, get the speed increase for the next turn. And Gardevoir is the Mega here, as I suspected, meaning that it's going to get the special attack boost and also speed increase to base 100 speed, meaning that it would outspeed my Hydreigon. Now this first turn, I did not anticipate Alice Switch coming out, but that's a great move on my opponent's end because Dark Pulse goes into the Gardevoir slot, taking away a lot of his hit points, but the Iron Head here goes into where Suicune is now, where Gardevoir was before, and that would have knocked out Gardevoir. So that Ally Switch means that both Pokemon survive and they get the Tailwind up, so that was a really good turn for my opponent. I thought they were going to attack with Gardevoir, seeing as they had the speed advantage, but they switch out to Sableye instead. So I protect with my Hydreigon, anticipating that Hyper Voice, but Scald here comes out onto my Metagross instead, doing about 25% damage, thankfully no burn. Now Iron Head the Sableye, taking away about 80% of its hit points. It's going to protect this turn to get away with no damage, as is my Metagross. Now this turn I wanted to do a Dark Pulse, but I accidentally hit Protect again, so it's a mistake on my part, but thankfully Scald went into the Metagross slot. Now I don't want to get burned this turn, so anticipating a Will-O-Wisp, I switch out Thundurus, and I did correctly protect the Will-O-Wisp, but it misses anyway. Ice Beam does take a good chunk of my hit points away, and a Dark Pulse here is going to knock out this Sableye, so I don't have to worry about any more Prankster Will-O-Wisps. So, the Tailwind goes away here, and now I'm feeling pretty confident about the battle and how it's going. Bisharp comes in next. Now I don't bother protecting this turn because I'm pretty certain that it was going to Sucker Punch this Thundurus here, and I knew that Thundurus could survive this, even with the Life Orb. Thunderbolt here takes away the full hit points of Suicune, but it's a critical hit. I was curious as to why it happened at the time, but it is a critical hit, so that was a good lucky break to me. And Earth Power here is just going to knock out this Bisharp. So I'm in a pretty good standing so far in this battle. All they have left is their Gardevoir, and I have a Metagross in my back slots, so I'm not worried at all. I don't want this Hydreigon going out now because I want to give spread damage to any future Hyper Voices. Thunderbolt doesn't quite knock it out though. And so Hyper Voice is just going to knock out my Thundurus. But that's not a problem because I have Metagross now. And my opponent, seeing that they had no win condition, is just going to forfeit the match. Didn't get to bring in Talonflame that time, but it wasn't needed. As you see, I had a pretty strong lead and strong plays throughout most of the match. One or two lucky breaks here with the Will-O-Wisp miss and the critical hit on the Suicune, but Talonflame could have easily provided the extra damage that would have been necessary to knock the Pokemon out and give me the win ultimately. So it was a good solid battle on my part, and my opponent had a good team that made me play honestly, and I enjoyed the battle overall. I hope you enjoyed this battle too, and if you like this content, give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, or check out our Facebook page, Competitive Pokemon Battle Network, link in the description below. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you stay tuned for future installments. See ya.